Hey everybody, so this is going to be a real quick update, but I'm so happy right now. So this is my shed, is where I do a lot of work, but up until tonight, it's been really, really dim and horribly poorly lit. I've just had this one lamp, I'm going to show it to you, this lamp, which is, granted, a very nice lamp that I really like, but it's not nearly enough light, and it's not nearly as diffuse enough of light. So I finally bought some cheap LED work lights and put 2 out of the 6 in, and I have light in here now. It's not that big of a deal, but it makes me very, very happy, and it means that I can kind of get a lot more use out of this space. It also makes me realize just how much work I need to do in this space. So when my whole usable workspace was kind of limited to the amount of area that lamp would light up, it was easy to kind of ignore everything getting cluttered. And especially in a fairly small space like this, it's really important to stay on top of that kind of thing. And I've been letting it go because it could only really work in the area that was lit. But now I can see that I've just been putting stuff everywhere and I need to really do some cleaning and prepping. But the upshot of that is I'm going to have a lot more usable space. So that makes me very happy. The other thing that happened kind of recently that I'm also really happy about and want to share with you guys is, so I've been carrying this around for a few years now. It's just, cheap little pocket tape measure. I use it all the time. So sometimes I definitely use it sometimes to measure real world items that I want to interface with something I'm making. But I also kind of just use it to, kind of look at, does a centimeter feel right? Should something really be more like 12 millimeters? So I'll kind of like use it as just a reference to look at while I'm doing CAD too. And I love it. It's sort of a primary tool of mine, but you can see it's getting it's wearing down, and it's wearing down in a kind of ugly way, right? It's revealing that it's kind of pretending to be something that it isn't. So this what looks like metal has chipped off and is revealing just plastic. If this was just directly plastic or fully metal, I'd probably like it a lot more, but this has kind of been bugging me. I know that's kind of silly, but I wanted a replacement. So I looked around on eBay a little bit and I found something I'm over the moon about. I found this sort of vintage, I don't know when it's from, metal tape measure with a sort of it's not etched, it's actually like kind of cut into the metal. So I think what happened is this is probably what's called pot metal or white metal. It's really common with cheap castings. It has a high zinc content. So it's can't really work with it, and it's fairly inexpensive, but it's still like actual metal and it can be very nice and shiny, right? But if you look, it's actually sort of cut into, so I think there's some process by which basically a chisel effectively cut out the seam. So yeah, it's very pretty, and I don't really wear jewelry other than my wedding ring, but this feels like a nice piece of jewelry to me. Yeah, it was not expensive, but yeah, and it's got metric on one side, imperial on the other. Not that I would use it, but it's good to have the option. So yeah, that's about it. Finally I have lights, and I just kind of wanted to share with you how happy I am about having a really beautiful object for one of my main tools. I think it's really nice when something you use on a daily basis can also be aesthetic and can be made to last, right? So hopefully this, even though it's in one sense cheaply made, this is, like I said, I would bet that this is probably what's called pot metal or white metal, cheap casting stuff. But it's likely to not only last a long time, but when something that's fully metal wears, it generally wears with character, right? So yeah, really happy about that. So that's about it. Just a quick update. Lots more stuff coming down the pike. I've got a 1/18 scale working pinball machine that I'm really happy about, and just a few final tweaks need to happen before that's ready to go. And a few other things that are on their way to you. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it's not directly about toy making. And if you want to see more videos about toy making, please do like, comment, subscribe. All of that's a huge help. Thanks a lot. Bye.